Hello and welcome everyone in another episode of Let's Try. We are playing the Slormancer. I wanted to make, I guess, quick video or update for my new build that I am enjoying quite a bit before I move to my new place, because I'll be moving in what, 4 to 5 days, I believe. So I was like, you know what, let's push this out before, so maybe someone is already like definitely doing the build, but I have been enjoying it. It's like so much because I mean it's fun, but I don't know even what to call this build. It's like a walking build because that's all you do with this build. So yeah, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. So let's get into it, I guess. So this build is about the like I guess the passive that this staff gives you, and as you can see, I'm just walking around, and it's this staff here, right here. So it gives you like a lot of retaliation, and then it like gives you some armor into the retaliation, I believe, or something like that. And then all that is dealt as a aura around you whenever you first time come like in 2 yards with the enemy, I believe. So anything that comes to you or you come close to immediately like pops, and the more stats you have and such, like the retaliation and such, the more damage it will do. Like as you can see now, it deals like 240,000 or 250,000, and even the mobs have like 40,000. But like the elites, as you can see, they are like tankier, so you can't one-shot those. And I will get to the I guess ups and downs in a bit, but those numbers like 250k, this is only with like green gear, and I have like one legendary which is not even for this build, I believe. It's like some random one that I thought could be good for this. So yeah, there is definitely a way to improve for this build. And yeah, like as you can see, we just cleared the whole place here, and it was walk in the park. Of course, this is just level 5. I could do higher level Rad, but I mean it's fine for the showcase, I guess. So yeah, let's get into it. So as I showed, the stuff here, like you apply a debuff. No, sure, debuff to yeah, like you don't get the debuff immediately, and then you have additional retaliation damage from your armor, and then whenever you encounter the enemies for first time in a 2-yard radius, it will do the damage basically. And then you have like this skill, which is basically the same, but it's a single target. The close, like it's closest to your mouse, so whenever I click it, it will deal the damage. And here you can have like 276 retaliation. I have like plus 55 levels on it, and it's level 83. I wonder what's like the primordial version of this stuff, because this is like ridiculous, right? Yeah. So for my gear, let's go here. As you can see, everything is mostly green. I have this legendary, which is like live multiplier, and I have like one blue here. I crafted everything with the staff and attributes. No, attributes is not on everything. The skills are like whatever, because this build doesn't use skills, only in a very rare case scenario depending on the enemies, which I'll mention in a bit. As you can see, we have like almost 14,000 here. The armor, our damage, elemental damage, nothing. It's like almost nothing. But as you can see here, our retaliation is 1,700 here, almost 1,800, and yeah, that's a lot of retaliation, to be honest. So as you can see, we scale nothing, not even crit or anything. The only thing that we have is like crit damage, because of where is it? Because of this. So retaliation is equal to your crit strike damage. So that's good. As you know, I play mostly mage, almost exclusively. But I think because the knight has some interesting skills and block and stuff, I think the knight would be much better with this type of weapon and going around because you can mitigate more damage than the mage can. So yeah, but as I play mage, maybe I will do it later when I get that weapon on my knight. But for now, I'm just enjoying this. It has like this satisfying sound of enemies popping out of existence. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm just gonna show it here. You can pause the video. Like it's mostly for like defense and the stuff that I could do. And here I have this, the Arcane Bridge, which is for the what are they called? The shield guys, the plank, the wooden plank guys. Because this build has like two big problems, and I think it also states in the stuff itself, like whenever you get within 2 radius of the enemy for the first time, and that means for first time you enter to the 2-yard radius, it will do the damage. But if you walk outside of the 2-yard radius and then go back again, it doesn't do the damage. As you saw in the showcase at the start of the video, the elites don't die if you like run around and go back and forth. No, for elites you need to like spam basically this, like your skill down there, because it deals the same damage, right? So that's the only thing, and then you can use skills. But since you're not scaling anything, it's very hard to do damage with your other skills. So yeah, you just press it, it costs 0 mana, it's like nothing. And the only thing that you want is basically survivability and to run around. And depending on the layout and the stuff, like, I mean the enemies and such, it will be different. Like I'm using just those two skills, but anything that is AoE and can get down the shield from the guys, that's okay. Of course, those are like one example. That's like extreme because you need to hit them 3 times in order to like kill them. So if you get them, just skip. Just skip. Like there is no point in hitting them. And then the second one is the Cataclysm actually. So it's not always, but it can happen. It's the Cataclysm that gives invulnerability or the bubble, or like they cannot be damaged. When you step on the bridge, it summons the enemies and they get this bubble, and they are invulnerable for like 1 to 2 seconds, I believe. And since you're in the middle of the spawning, it will hit the closest enemies in the 2-yard radius. And then when you are outside and go back in, they don't take damage because they already took it on the bubble itself. So that kind of like messes up with your stuff. It's like whatever, but yeah, those two things. And of course, the more enemies, like the more the HP gets crazier, the build will struggle more. At least for now, because I mean, my build is still green, so I need to level it up more and stuff. And also the levels for the gear itself, like roughly I have like around level 8 for my green gear, and then there's like level 1 and there's like level 8 also on the blue. So it needs to be upgraded a lot and a lot. And the best way for me for now to be scaling stuff is with probably the levels and maybe armor, and that's it. And maybe crit damage because it also scales retaliation. That's like it. There is not much I can do in terms of scaling for this, so it's very difficult. In terms of scaling, it's also hard to do in here because there is no like global damage increase, or there is no retaliation. At least for now, I didn't find any node that gives you retaliation, so it's very difficult to scale it in the Ancestral Legacy tree. So for now, I'm just doing like some basic stuff here. The second one, I have movement speed and attack speed, which is move faster, do damage. Like you can change some stuff to get a little bit more damage out of the build, but it won't be crazy. And then I have this, it gives me like 7% armor, so it gives me the things that gives you armor basically can turn into more damage. So you could do like this maybe for damage to elites because that can help overall. You can have this, but you are gonna lose the HP, and at least for my guy, there's no way to get HP back. So it struggles with that. uh, I don't know, like you can have this, which is like mana, Elipen, that's like useless. I don't know if aura effect increases this aura. I'm not sure about that, so don't take my word for it. But if this works, then it could be really good. And then you have armor here, so that also works. Uh, like if you want more survivability, you can have like this maybe, or maybe like shields. I don't know. Like there is not much you can do in terms of like nodes here. So yeah, there's still things like that I need to improve and get my stuff like higher level, I believe. So let's go like one higher because I mean I will have trouble killing the what are they called? The elites. So as you can see, like yeah, like they die, but the thing is, yeah. Also, there is like a thing that I did not know until I tried this build, that how the what is it? The retaliation actually works. Like I did not know. So as you can see here, when they hit me, they also take the damage. So I didn't know like how that works. I thought like retaliation is additional multiplier to the thorns damage. That's what I thought, but that's not the case. It's like thorns damage, but different. Like here, no, here. If you read this, the thorns damage is the amount dealt to the source of any incoming damage. So when I get hit, it will deal that amount of damage. But the retaliation is percentage of the damage reflected to the source of any incoming damage. And the retaliation is based on damage dealt before any sort of mitigation. So if something hits you like flat for, I don't know, 100, let's say, you reflect the percentage here of like the damage. So that's, I think this is way more powerful than like the Taurus damage from what I think. Maybe there's like some cases that's not the case, but I haven't tried it much with the Taurus damage, like to the like details and stuff, but this is really insane. And the multiplier is 69. That's nice. Didn't even realize. So yeah, like when you get hit, you deal damage. Of course, I don't have any survivability, so when I get hit, it hurts, and I don't have any way to get my HP back. So that's really bad, right? So you definitely want like the block, as I mentioned on the knight. So that's a big plus for this build to have even more survivability. And yeah, the rest, I don't know, maybe the Huntress could be good as well, but I'm not sure though. Maybe she can be okay, but I believe the Knight is probably the best case for this build, from what I at least experienced on my mage, like until now, so yeah, I believe in that. And as you can see, we are about to die here. And yeah, please don't die here. Okay, we just clean. We just did it closely. So yeah, that is the build. That's what I'm currently leveling up and having a lot of fun, because they just like go pop 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 pop, and they're out. So it's, if I could do like super movement speed, like when you get the movement speed, what is it? The exalt, the buff, and you move through the map super fast. You can't even loot that fast properly. Like you just go crazy fast, and enemies goes like poop 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 poop, and you just leave everything behind. Like it's amazing. It's a lot of fun. So I definitely recommend. It's like very lazy build. Yeah, let's call it lazy build, because you don't do anything, just pop enemies. That's it. let's call it lazy build. So yeah, when I move, I will try to do updated version for this video and like complete guide what I did and everything. So until then, thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one.